from my side. Let me share the screen. Okay, we'll close the session in 10 minutes. Okay, by 8:30 we'll close it. Right. Okay, so SP means stored procedure. Okay, stored procedure means what? It's a predefined script, guys. Simply, it's a predefined script. Using that predefined script, okay, you will get all these details like session ID. SP ID means a session ID. Again, I'll explain about this SP underscore who to later. We'll just I'm just explaining Management Studio. That's it. Okay, how to write the queries and all. Status column, login, who connected using this session, what is his ID, what is login ID, what is the host name, from which server he connected, whether he connected using his local laptop or he connected using Windows server. You can see from which server he connected and all. If any blockings are there, it will show you here. I'll explain again, guys, what is blocking and all. On which database they connected and on which database they run these queries and all. So you can see here. So these are these details can be pulled using this S1 score who to, but don't think like with the small query we can pull these many details. There is very big script. Okay, might be more than 500 line scripts will be there. Okay, so instead of running that script every time, simply we created a shortcut for that script. Okay, so that, see, for example, in the mobile phone you can create shortcut for your contacts. If you keep pressing one, might be it will dial your father or daddy. If you keep pressing two, like that, you can create shortcuts for the contacts. Okay, so no need to search their number, no need to like type their number. Simply if you keep pressing 2, automatically it will be connected to your daddy or whatever shortcut you used. Okay, so automatically a call will goes to that particular contact. In the same way, instead of running the whole big script, we'll simply create S1 score who to stored procedure. Not only, see, we don't create this S1 score who to, automatically it will come with the installation. We don't, no need to install anything, no need to create anything. We don't do anything automatically. These are the default stored procedures. It will come along with your SQL server when you install. So simply if you run it on behalf of the stored procedure, one big query will run in the backend and it is going to, okay, populate these values and all. Right, so SP means stored procedure. So these are the objects we use it for this kind of requirements and all. We'll have system stored procedure, we'll have user stored procedures and all. Depends upon the requirements, developers will create stored procedures. Okay, creating the stored procedures done by the developers, guys. Developers will create user stored procedures and all. Right, clear, guys? So this is how we are going to run the query. So if you want to run query, just open a new session. Okay, open a new session and then type the query, whatever query you want to run. Say for example, I want to run select query, select star from, I want to see all the databases in my SQL server. Select star, there is a query for that. Select star from sys.sys databases. Okay, whatever databases are there, I want to see all the database and their details. What is the size, who is the owner of the database, everything I want to see. So for that you can run this query so that it will execute. So in case if you want to execute the query, guys, you can either click on execute button. This is the execute button. This is the parse button, guys, to check whether your query is correct or wrong. If you select this one, okay, automatically it will tell you command completed successfully. If you see command completed successfully means there are no errors. Say for example, instead of from, let me make some error. Okay, select star fro sys.databases. Okay, if you execute now, you can see incorrect syntax near fro. Okay, so it will clearly tell you where is the error. If you double click on this error, it is going to highlight that line. If you have 100 lines, okay, for example, if you see this error here in the red mark, if you have 100 or 1000 lines, don't know where is the exact error, double click on the error, it will highlight the script. Where is the error? It is going to highlight that script by just double clicking on the error, guys. Okay, if you have 1000 rows, if you simply double click on the error, directly you can go to that particular line. See here, there are two ways to find the error. One way is, if you see here, there is a red mark near fro. Under this fro, you can see a red mark. If you keep your cursor there itself, it is showing incorrect syntax near fro. Or else you can simply click on this parse button. Okay, Deva, please don't write anything. You are doing something. Click Control Z. Control Z. Yes. Okay. Fine. Okay. So if you just select this, okay, particular parse means it is going to check whether the query is right or wrong. Okay, so If you just pass before executing, always better to parse the query, guys. Any query before executing the query, it's always better to parse it once to check whether this query is right or wrong. Just click on this parse button so that it will tell you whether it is right or wrong. Okay, so again, replace from. Okay, just if you execute this one, command completed successfully. Okay, that means there are no errors. If you see command completed successfully, there are no errors. And before executing, just click on execute button so that the query is going to be executed. Okay, you can see 4 records are there, total 1 2 3 4. Right here also you can see number of records. Sometimes you can see up to here only. Again, you have to drop down and you have to check each and everything, right? It's very difficult thing. How many records are there in this table? Table name is databases. Sys databases is the table name. You are using select query to pull the details. Select query can be used to read the table, guys. Select query can be used to read the table. I want to read databases. Sys databases table I want to read. What is the query? Select. If you mention star, star means all the columns, not all the records. Star means all the columns. If you mention star, it is going to pull all the columns information, all the columns information. We have multiple columns, right? Name, DBID, SID, mode, status to CR date means created date. Okay, reserved. Okay, so you can see lot of columns, right? If you use star, you can see all the columns information. Who is that? Is it case sensitive or not? Not case sensitive. Sunil, earlier we discussed. Okay, we used. Okay, this one collation settings. SQL Latin 1 general CP1 CI.
CI.
Okay, CI means case insensitive. So you can type this with a lowercase or uppercase. You will get the same output. Okay, select star from. Let me type it. Okay, select array. Select star from sys databases. Okay, whatever case it is. Okay, you will get the same output. Let me type it clearly. Sys databases. Right? So whatever name it is, whether it is in lowercase or uppercase, there is no case sensitive. As we have already installed case insensitive. If you install case sensitive, again, that is a different thing. As you install case insensitive, so there is no case sensitive thing here. Okay, so this is how it look like. Star, if you use means all columns it is going to pull. Whatever, how many columns are there in this table, it is going to pull all the columns information. So once it pulls all the columns, automatically you will get all the records, right? People will confuse star means all the records. Yes, of course, indirectly all the records, but directly all the columns it will pull. If you pull all the columns, automatically you are going to pull all the records, right, by default. So this is how we are going to use star and all. This is the query to check the databases, how many databases are there in my SQL server. This is how we are going to check it using your SQL server query. This is called your query window, guys. This is your query window. This is your output pane. Output pane. Okay, you can see whatever you run here, automatically you can see the output here only. This is your output pane. Okay, for like whatever queries you are running, and you can just drag it up and down. See, select here and you can drag it up and down like however you want. So for example, if there are a lot of results are there, you want to see, you can simply drag it up. Okay, so or else you can drag it down. Okay, so this is how you can do it. So simply place your cursor on this small thin line, then the cursor will be changed like this. Then you can double click on it and you can just adjust your output pane. Okay, so this is how you can adjust your output pane and all. This is your object explorer. One thing, very important thing, to see whether like servers are connected or to connect to the servers, this object explorer will be used. And this is your query window. You can either open in 3 ways. One way is select this server, you can choose new query, it will open. Or else select the server, right click, you can see new query. Where is it? New query. Okay, select this. Here also you can open. Or else there is a computer shortcut also. Okay, select this control plus n. Control plus n, the computer shortcut keys. Okay, the keyboard shortcut key is control symbol plus n. N means new. Okay, control plus n also will give you a new query window. Okay, this is how we can open. And if you want to close this session, I don't want to use this session, I want to close this session, you can close it. You can close it. Whatever sessions you don't want to use, you can close it. In case if you close this session, you will get a pop-up. Do you want me to save this query? There is a query running, not running, actually it is executed. There is a query is there in this session. Okay, do you want me to save this query? I don't want to save this query. Regularly I'll use it, right? I don't want to save this query. So I can close the session by just selecting no. If you select no, the query is not going to save and the session is going to close. This is how we are going to close the sessions. And to execute the query, okay, in case you want to execute the whole thing in the session, no need to select, and you can directly click on execute button. Before that, you can go for parse button so that you can check whether your query is right or wrong. If you use execute button without selecting, say for example here, see here, let me run two queries here. Select star from sys databases. Right. Now tell me guys, if I execute, which one will execute? Only sp underscore who2 or only select star from sys database, or else both will execute? What is your answer?
Both will
Sir,
execute.
Both will execute.
only one query
Both.
can execute at a time, sir, which we selected. Right now, we have not selected any
So
query,
we
sir.
haven't selected any query now, so it won't execute. The answer is won't execute. One answer is won't execute. Second answer is only sp underscore who2. Third answer is select star from sys databases. Fourth answer is both. What is your answer? Type in the chart window. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, I need responses from everyone, guys.
So repeat the question, sir.
So if you execute the session now, if I execute, okay, which query will execute? Only sp underscore who2 or select star from sys processes, okay, or both queries will execute, or no queries will execute.
No query, sir.
All queries is execute. Whatever they whatever queries are present in the session, all queries are executed, sir.
Yes, type your answer in the chart. If no queries, the answer is 1. Okay, if only first query, the answer is 2. Both queries 3. Okay, and what is that option? We gave different options, right? Only one will be executed. Okay, 3 means both will be executed. Huh?
Yes,
Four
sir.
means four, no query, sir. No?
Okay, no problem. You can type the answer in case if you have doubts. Okay. No query will execute. So guys, the answer is okay. All the queries will execute. All the queries will execute. So if you see here, okay, what is the proof? I'm not selecting any query. I'm not selecting any query. Simply I'm just executing. See here, there are two outputs here. Okay, there are two outputs. One is this sys databases. Okay, this is the output, and the above one is like it is in the same order. In which order you executed, okay, in which order the queries are there, you will get the output also in the same order. First sp underscore who2 is there, right? So this is sp underscore who2 output, and then select star from sys database is there, right? This is the output, sir, select star from sys databases. Okay, and again if you execute again sp underscore who also, okay, you can still see sp underscore who is also there. There is one more query. Okay, now tell me 3 queries will execute if I execute, or 1 query will execute, or no queries will execute. Now tell me guys, if I execute 3 queries will
Three queries
execute.
will execute.
Okay,
Yes.
so if you execute, all 3 queries will be executed, guys, and you can see 3 outputs here. You can drag and drop here, and you can see here all the 3 outputs also. Okay, so if you just drag it up, you can see here. Okay, so this is how you can see sp underscore who2, sp underscore who is active, not who is active. Select star from sys databases. So in this way we can easily find out. Okay, see here guys, if you don't select, say for example in these 3 queries, I just want to execute only this one. Select like this, select the query like this, click on execute. Only that query will be executed. If you want to execute this query, select this query, click on execute. Only that query will be executed. If you want this query, select this query and click on execute. Only that query will be executed. Okay, so this is how you have to execute. In case if you have multiple lines, you want to execute a single query, you can select that query and you can execute it. Okay, right? Fine. Just 1 minute, guys. I'll be back. Just 1 minute. I'll be back. We'll close the session. Just 1 minute. Clear, guys? So execute also there are shortcuts. Okay. So please mute it. Please mute it. For executing the session also we have a shortcut. So you can select the query and you can click on execute button. That is one. Okay. One option we have. Okay. Select the query. You can click on execute button. That is normal way of executing. You can select the query. You can use Alt X, Alt plus X symbol, Alt plus X. That is one way of execution. You can select the query and you can simply press F5. Function keys F5. Okay. That is also one way of executing the query. F5, 1 minute, guys. F5 only is there. F5 only. Okay. To execute the query, if you see here, you can see execute F5. See here F5 in the brackets, you can see F5. Okay. That is the shortcut. Sometimes F5 won't work. So function F5, you have to use it. Function plus F5. Okay. Sometimes if F5 is not working, you have to use function key plus F5 button so that it is going to execute. Okay. Either you can go for execute button or else Alt X or else function F5 button or F5 button you have to use to execute the queries. Clear, guys? So tomorrow I'll ask you what are the shortcuts and all. Okay, don't forget, tomorrow I'll ask you what are the shortcuts to execute the query, what are the shortcuts, okay, to open new query window. So everything I'll ask you in the next class. So don't forget, okay? So this is how we are going to execute the queries and all. And in case if you have any questions, let me know, or else we'll close the session for today. Tomorrow
Sir,
I'll
is
explain
query
about.
execution done by the DB itself?
Sir, it depends on requirements, sir. Whatever your requirement is there, you have to, depends upon your requirement, you are going to execute. Don't think developers will execute these queries. DBS will have their own queries. Developers will have their own queries. Depends upon their work, they are going to execute the queries. It's not like the developers will come and they will execute this query. As a DBA, we have to check how many databases are there in the SQL server. We'll use select star from sys databases or sys databases. If your requirement is different, you are going to execute different query. So it's not like limited to one profession, like only developers will execute query, only DBS will execute query. No, they will have their own set of queries they will execute. DBS will have DBS set of queries, they are going to execute it.
Okay.
Shashi, what error you are getting, Shashi? What error you are getting while creating users? Let me know what error you are getting. Based on that, I'll tell you. It's unable to create users means there are a lot of reasons are there. We cannot simply bound to one reason, right? What error you are getting? Send me the screenshot so that I can help you. Okay, guys, the session will continue tomorrow 7 a.m. We'll discuss lot of things on Management Studio, just basics. We discussed in today's class.
Okay, sir.
Tomorrow we'll discuss about the Management Studio clearly. And okay, it is going to continue. Okay, for tomorrow. And that's it for today, guys. Right? So you can, like, in case if no one, okay, if anyone is having doubts, you can ping me in the WhatsApp. Right? That's it, guys. If you have any questions, you can ping me in the WhatsApp, and that's it for today. Shashi, just send me the screenshot, whatever you are getting, or just let me know the error and all. I'm going to help you. Okay, that's it, guys. Thank you so much.